Ash, and I'm joined by Saf. Saf, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey man, how's it going? I suppose we've got some, I don't know, rough news. Is that the right word for this? It's a bit of a
Yeah,
weird one this is
man.
going to be.
We got some rough news, guys. It really sucks, honestly, because you guys probably already know it's a day or two old here, but the support for Dragonheir inside the United States is terminating, right? Which is a real big bummer. It's going to be removed from the United States app stores, and that also coincides with the end of this sponsored channel,
It
which is
does.
a huge bummer, Sap, because I've really enjoyed playing Dragonheir Silent Gods with you. Obviously, this is, I guess I should mention, this is technically still a sponsored video and a sponsored channel, but we're going to have to find a path forward here on the channel as well, Saf. We could probably talk
We
about that
are.
in a future video, though, like what we're going to do here, if we're going to do anything. But I really want to hear from you guys, too, like the viewers. We've only been at it for a couple months, so it's not like we have a massive subscriber base here, but I have really enjoyed actually like working with you, Saf, honestly, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure. And I mean, even if it's like we had only one viewer, I think I've certainly heard from multiple people from my community when I've been streaming, them asking the question, hey, what's happened to the channel? I've been really enjoying the videos you guys have been doing. So it's a shame. I feel like I can't really continue with just Saf. It doesn't really have the same feel to it, does it? I'm in the UK, so
Yes.
I don't get affected by you Americans over there.
Indeed. But
it
you
doesn't
do
really
get
have the same
affected by the end of the sponsorship, to be fair, which I'm not going
Yeah.
to lie and sit here and BS. It's a factor, given how busy we are, so.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I've loved every moment of the sponsorship so far. I mean, it was a bit of a, I think we will both say it's been a bit of a sort of a crazy idea when we first came up with it. It's like, hey, well, this has not really been done before by many people. Let's see how it goes. And it kind of has been almost like a breath of fresh air a little bit, especially with, like, I don't know how you feel about doing videos constantly. Sometimes you get into the slog of it and you kind of like lose your way a little bit and things become like the doldrums. It's been nice to have like these moments when we record and we just talk about the game and just bounce off each other. So it's been a really fun experience. So it is a big shame. And I will say the game is a very good game in season one. And that's a big thing to say. Like the first season of Dragonheir, I feel like there's a lot to love about season one Dragonheir. So
Yeah.
it is a shame.
It has grown on me, Saf. I mean, like, to your point, we started this channel 3 months ago, and Dragonheir approached me, and I was like, I can't do a sponsored channel on Dragonheir, man. I've got a lot on my plate without listing all the other games and everything I'm involved in, and I'm like, I can't learn another game. I just can't do it. And plus, I'm too newbie. There's enough, like, I'm not thinking of any other creators out there, Saf, but, like, there's enough beginner Let's Play content out there already that, like, I want to bring something new to the table. I'm not going to just totally mail it in and just do nothing, or not really invest myself. But then I thought to myself, you know what if I knew you played the game, right? I knew that you were an avid player, and I'm like, what if I pitched them on the idea of working with Saf as a co-host, and like it will have a really more unique vibe, because it won't be just like this valueless Let's Play content by someone who clearly doesn't really understand the game and is learning along the way. But instead, I get an expert on my shoulder, and that really resonated with a lot of the viewers and also the developers. So I guess I want to thank them for the opportunity to do this, and I also want to thank you, Saf, for coming along for the ride. It's been a blast, as I said, and we have to absolutely thank the community. Like, we see you guys in the comments, and obviously we're getting hundreds, if not thousands of viewers here. So to your point, it doesn't matter. Like, the numbers aren't important, but I think it's the enthusiasm of the community along the way that's made this a real pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. And, likewise, I really appreciate the opportunity for us to work together on this. It's been really fun for me to branch out. Obviously, I've only ever done solo videos most of the time, and I don't tend to do a ton of collaborations because generally we have this running joke that I'm not a professional streamer, and I always mess up the recordings with all these different things. So it's fun to do.
Well, you've been great here, man. There's no redos.
I know, but it's because I haven't been in charge of the recording software. That's the advantage. See, don't give me control over the powers.
You're a perfectionist, Sap. That's why I can't, like,
it is.
I'm just like, we're plowing ahead no matter what, man.
It is, but it's been a breath of fresh air because of that. So it's always been nice that we can pop in and record these videos, and like the feedback certainly from the videos and the community, people have been loving the video. So it is a shame that we're not going to be continuing with Dragonheir on this channel.
It is. You never know what the future may hold. You never know. I don't know. And I guess we're not even allowed to, just be frank. I don't think we're allowed to get into the reasoning, but we don't even know like the full, the full in-depth reason as to why this is happening. We can speculate, of course, but I will say that if you guys have any comments, questions, ideas, whatever, we're still not done here on the channel completely. We still have to do a few deliverables anyway on our our contract on our sponsored channel here. So I think it'd be fun to kind of, and with the next few videos that we have here, hopefully not our last, hopefully we'll be back, but if not, we could do maybe like our favorite moments, our favorite heroes along the way, something like that, like a little retrospective. It might be fun,
Yeah, I think that's what we'll end up doing here now, is actually kind of like, I suppose for some players and people, like not everyone watching is going to be American, like the game might still be relevant beyond the sort of September date that's currently happening here. So I think it'd be, good for people to get an understanding of like, hey, what did we find that was really good? What did we like? What did we didn't like? What was our highlights of season 1? Because we are coming to the end of season 1 on our account here, which is sort of aptly timed.
Yes.
So yeah,
it's been a blast though, man. I think this game it's grown on me, through playing it with you. It's been, at first I was just kind of clicking through the adventure, being like, okay, where do I get to the heroes or whatever, and now I'm like, I actually, along the way you get invested, and this game did a really good job, and I was really impressed with kind of the open world feel to the storyline, the adventure mode and stuff like that as well along the way. And I remember in the last video when we beat the game, I remember expressing to you, man, that I regret not actually diving a little bit deeper into the story, so it's kind of a shame for me here in the US. I won't have an opportunity to ever do it again, at least TBD on that, but it sounds like I might not.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you have a favorite moment of the season 1, Saf, before we let you go?
Do I have a favorite? I mean, it's the first time I've been able to actually mess around with Dauntless Champions, so that's been pretty fun for me, because obviously I have a season 4 account, but I've never had the opportunity to use some of the Dauntless. So for me, that was a bit of a highlight, being able to sort of play around with different things. All of our summoning videos where for some reason you were a god at pulling champions as well, which is
well, that's going to be our next video, is kind of going over all the heroes that we have. We were able, like, where our account ended, I guess, right? But my favorite moment was, I think, that Vinyara, the summoning, our very first, I'm not sure if she was our first legendary, but she was close to, if not.
She was very much close, yeah.
And I was just like, we went through every legendary, and we're like, if you could choose any, who would it be? And you're like, Vinyara. And then we pulled her like immediately after. It was really cool. I think I really loved that moment.
That was crazy. All right. Well,
but
hey, I guess that is it.
That's it.
I mean, I suppose what we should say is, for anyone who is, didn't see the official news announcement, I guess we should probably cover it just briefly to say the game won't be available in America. Actually, I don't think it's available as of right now in American app stores anymore. So if you are an active American player, I guess by September, the game will close down.
Yeah, very unfortunate. But again, we're hoping for some, maybe, you never know. You never know in this industry. Have I learned anything over the last decade, Saf? Who knows? Maybe we'll be back next month and everything changes. One can hope. But hey, I would encourage you guys, as Saf mentioned, to seek out other creators, right? Obviously, the game is still as only in the United States. So give some support to just, YouTube search Dragonheir Silent Gods. Find someone who's not US based and go ahead and follow their journey. I'm sure you'll be in good hands. A pretty good community of creators out there. So Saf, it's been a pleasure, but we're not done yet. So we got to see you in the next video. Any final words, Saf?
Nope. Yeah, we got a few more videos to go, so the show is not quite over. We got a bit of an encore to do, so Indeed. We'll do that, and then we'll see where the road takes us.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for the support, and as always, take care.